My name is Carla Zimmerman. I just retired in June from 25 years of teaching.
My name is Bartley Armitage. I've been in Eugene, Oregon for most of the 45 years. I was a union carpenter for over 30 years and still a member of the Carpenters Union.
Our current premium is $443 a month
Through the ACA.
through the ACA, and which is manageable for us, both retirees. However, it's going up to $2,224 a month. We are kind of in shock. That's without the subsidy. With the subsidy, it's manageable for us. We still live paycheck to paycheck, but it's manageable. The Affordable Care Act, we sort of counted on that in the interim period as retirees to sustain our health care. Without the subsidy, we honestly don't know what we're going to do.
Without the subsidy and with that kind of increase, it's like buying another house and trying to pay for two houses at the same time. Yeah, so we don't know what we're going to do exactly. We don't know how we're going to have some health insurance and be able to afford it on a monthly basis.
The thing that gets me the most is that both of us have worked our whole lives. I always had faith that our government would, when we retired.
The government, that our leaders would have a heart and try to find a way to help everyday Americans.
What I would say is this government should be about we the people, not about some.
Do you support Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act?
Affordable Care Act.
And why is that?
Well, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Obama, so I don't support him in the Obama things that he's got going on. I'm actually really excited for President-elect Donald Trump, so.
Right. So you don't like anything Obama does, and you prefer the Affordable Care Act?
Absolutely.
Do you support Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act?
I support Obamacare.
So if you were a senator and you could vote today, you would vote to keep Obamacare instead of the Affordable Care Act?
Yes.
Do you support Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act?
I guess the Affordable Care Act.
And why do you prefer the Affordable Care Act over Obamacare?
I'm not really sure. My girlfriend supports Trump, so I go with whatever she says.
What is the main difference between Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act?
One is you pay, and then the other one is Obama pays for you.
Right, Obama pays, pretty big difference.
Pretty big difference.
I believe that Obamacare, the premiums are too high, so people end up paying more.
Right.
So I believe in the Affordable Care Act.
And so the Affordable Care Act is more affordable than Obamacare?
Right, correct.
Right.
Which is obvious based on the name.
It's in the name, right.
Right.
Why do you like the Affordable Care Act more than Obamacare?
Because I don't like Obama.
But you like the Affordable Care Act?
Yeah.
What if I told you Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act are the same thing?
The American healthcare is being weaponized politically. It's 2025 and still I can't believe that some of the Americans didn't know that Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act, and the Republicans use Obamacare as a slur for the Affordable Care Act. And that's the main reason as why when some of them are being asked between the two, which one will you choose? They are choosing Affordable Care Act over Obamacare because in their mind, they are thinking that Obamacare is only benefiting the Black people, not knowing that Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act. And you know what is happening right now? People are crowdfunding cancer treatment on GoFundMe. It's like the new health insurance plan in the United States, and they're just praying that maybe their story goes viral so that people can support their GoFundMe. And majority of them have started crying out that they can't afford healthcare in the United States. America is being considered the richest country in the planet, and now it's a surprise that majority of the citizens in the United States cannot afford their own healthcare. And you'll find that the billionaires are now busy colonizing Mars for fun when the citizens are suffering. So guys, let me know what you think about this. I want us to watch these clips together so that we can hear the voice of people in the United States. If you are coming across this channel for the very first time, I'm your presenter Judy, and kindly consider giving the video a thumbs up and give me a follow. So let's dive in.
What's up, everybody? I got a question for those who are MAGA. Your health care, ACA, which you say you love, just as long as we don't call it Obamacare, and that you say work for you and gives you really good health care, in the big beautiful bill on December 31st of this year, the premium subsidies go away. That means the help in which makes your insurance $100 a month, $150 a month, goes away. All of that is because of the big beautiful bill, the Republicans. Now, their thing to counteract you, to activate your hate and disconnect the reality that you're about to face, they bring up shit that you hate. Immigrants are on it too, and they're trying to give it to the immigrants. I ask you again, how, just like the immigration, do you believe that this ineffective government is going to determine whether you're an immigrant or you're an American when they get rid of your health care? You think they're going to go through all of it and say, oh, immigrant, 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 we're just going to raise theirs up or kick them off, and then they're going to leave you alone? How'd that work out for the tariffs? It hurt mostly white people, farmers, so much so they want to bail out. Now, what's going to happen to white people's health that are on the ACA? You do understand the ACA literally is what you get sometimes at your job because they're on that particular program too. That's why you got good health care for not that much of a price. Some of you can get it for $100, $200, $300, something like that for your family and all that because of the subsidies. Yeah. Now that's going to shoot up. The subsidies won't be there in less than 2 months. Open enrollment's about to happen if it haven't already started in certain states. And you'll have until December 31st to not only choose your new health care, but pay for it. January 1st, it should be already paid for and your insurance should be rolling in. Now ask yourself, if you're paying $100, $150 for your insurance per month because of the ACA, are you willing to pay $1,000 per month? If not, you need to stop listening to the bullshit and realizing the Republicans haven't given you a plan on how they would separate these supposed immigrants on the ACA, your health care, from you. Meaning there is no way except for just to randomly drop people, which will be anywhere between 4 to 6 million Americans whose insurance will skyrocket and you won't be able to pay and you won't have insurance to get your medications, to take care of your illnesses. So you have a choice. Choose hate and lose your health care. Choose yourself in your best interest, being with the Democrats, and save your health care and fight another day. Because if not, grandma, who's on the ACA, or your mom, or dad, or your child who's on the ACA, if they're sick and they need the health care, you just signed a death warrant going with the Republicans. Don't listen to me. Keep making stupid decisions. It's your family members that's gonna die.
All of these Trump voters admitting that they didn't realize that Obamacare was the Affordable Care Act when they vehemently hated Obamacare is one of the most openly racist things I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't understand how they don't have the critical thinking and the thought process to just know not to say that out loud because of just how simply racist it is that they were so against Obamacare just because they associated it with Obama, which was the point. That's why Republicans coined Obamacare, so that racist people would hate it without understanding what it was. And that's exactly what they're admitting happened by saying they hated Obamacare and they thought Trump was going to get rid of Obamacare, but they have the Affordable Care Act and they didn't realize they were the same thing. I wish I don't wish that they would keep it in, but it's insane to me that they don't have like the maybe 2 or 3 step thought process that tells them don't share that out loud because you are self-exposing that you are super racist.
That's right. take y'all asses back to the fucking drawing board. Y'all thought the Democrats were gonna cave, didn't you? You thought this was a game, didn't you? I am, for the first time, proud of the Democrats for standing up for fucking something. And even helping the fucking magatards who voted for this shit. But some of them are too stupid to see that the Democrats are trying to help them keep their fucking Obamacare and some other shit that's going to help them out in the long term. The Democrats said, bring your balls over here to this court. We're no longer playing over there. Meet us over here. It's the article from Politico. These people want to keep their identity covered, but they're talking on the sidelines. This is what these little cowardly Republicans do. They want to get in front of these cameras and please the cosplaying idiot over there at 1600. But they get behind the scenes and they start telling like little pussies. Okay? It says Republican leaders on Capitol Hill are quietly ramping up talks within the senior ranks and with White House officials over how to structure and advance a potential extension of key Affordable Care Act insurance subsidies before the end of the year, according to 3 people who does not want their identities spilled, okay? One option under serious consideration is, once the government shutdown ends, attaching a revamped subsidy framework to a small bipartisan package of full-year funding bills or a long-term stopgap running through early next year, the people said. GOP leaders have been encouraged as some of their party's most conservative members warm up to potentially passing an extension, albeit with major provisions, okay? Key Republicans have floated a list of possible ways to curb the subsidies without eliminating them entirely when they expire on December 31st. Boom. There's your caveat. Dear MAGA, pull up your chairs, okay? The big, beautiful bill that your boy passed, that you voted for, because if you voted for him, you voted for this bill. I don't give a fuck how you wash it. You voted against all your own shit. All of this shit suns downs on December 31st of this year. But see, you didn't know, you didn't realize that. You have a month and some change. What is it, almost November? December 31st. All of this shit goes into away, basically. And your people have no fucking plan. Zero zilch nada. A concept. Still, 9 years later. Concepts. But I'm also reading this so you can understand the fecklessness of it all. Now they're trying to piggyback and take certain parts of the Obamacare, you know, the black Negro insurance that y'all didn't want but live off of and use consistently because they changed it to the Affordable Care Act. Changed the name. Mentally, it changes that a Negro put it in place, huh? Oh, man. I'm cooking today. But yeah, change the name and you're good with it. Because that'll help you not think that the Negro put it together. But the people that you vote for can't run from the Negro package because it's that good. And they don't have any fucking thing except concepts to try to replace it. So what do? They gather in small offices behind closed doors and figure out how to revamp it, how to redo it, how to use certain parts of it to make it sound like they're helping you. It's still fucking Obamacare. Okay? Goes back to say that this expires on December 31st. Those include imposing an income cap for beneficiaries, forcing some individuals to pay a minimum out-of-pocket premium, or grandfathering in current enrollees while cutting off new enrollment. The expiring health insurance subsidies are at the heart of the Democrats' shutdown demands. Again, Democrats trying to help y'all feckless asses. Because you're just too fucking feckless to realize that you voted against your own fucking interests. December 31st, right after Christmas. What a shame. Holidays ain't looking so holly, are they? Okay? The Democrats' shutdown demands are extending them. Okay? Will require a bipartisan deal to get them enacted in Congress. But while some Republicans are quietly talking about options across party lines, GOP leaders are publicly insisting they will only seriously discuss an extension deal after Democrats agree to open the government. Democrats, stay in place. Let them bleed out. Okay? Let them come over here. Y'all already holding the line. Let them come over here. Okay? Still, it's significant that those leaders are sketching out what a deal might look like and how it might move through the House and Senate once agencies reopen. While the three people said the conversations remain high level at this point, one option under early consideration is to pair a 2-year extension of scaled back subsidies with some other conservative healthcare policy provisions, then attach it to some of the annually spending bills that have so far been stuck in partisan limbo. Passing the package through the House would be tricky for Speaker Mike Johnson, who would likely face opposition from hardliners firmly opposed to any extension of the Democratic health law known as Obamacare. Negro care. The smart Negro who helped get you motherfuckers healthy and stay healthy at reasonable rates. Like I said, we're out here still doing things, whether you like it or not. And those things are always amazing, and you use them on a regular basis. You just don't want to give credit where credit is due. Change the name doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Obama still came up with this shit. And your people that you continue to vote can't even fucking get out of the concept phase. I'll let that sink in. Okay, the three people said the plan would involve advancing it through the chamber under suspicion of rules. Okay, a procedure that would sidestep a tricky party line, procedural vote that would require 2/3 bipartisan majority to pass. Doing so, the people said, would require public endorsement from dementia in order to build GOP support for the package. White House officials have been involved in the internal discussions about structuring the extension of the subsidies and about what other GOP health policy priorities might be included alongside of it, okay? House Majority Leader Steve Scalise has been publicly pushing to add provisions that could build more conservative support, including expanding associate health plans and encouraging the use of tax-free health savings accounts. Senate Majority John Thune, that loser, also made clear in an interview last week he is seeking new restrictions on the subsidies as part of any extension and possibly other conservative health policies as well. And I'll leave y'all with that. Again, they don't have a concept of a health plan. Obamacare is that good. Y'all continue to vote against it because you're racist and you're ignorant. You're upset that a black man has once again outsmarted you feckless motherfuckers. You don't know how to handle it, and so you rather shit on it. Well, you better look your racist ass in the mirror and say, hey, I need fucking medical assistance. So let me go ahead and accept this gift from this intelligent, smart black individual who's fucking helping my racist ass. Have a good day. Later.
Right now in the United States, you are being charged for breathing wrongly. In case you have an emergency, maybe at home, in school, any place, you are even scared of calling an ambulance because you know damn well that I won't be able to pay for it. And what about childbirth? The American government is busy encouraging women to bring children in this world, knowing damn well that the healthcare is so expensive that they won't even be able to afford it. And you know, healthcare and food These are basic human decencies, and if you touch people's lives. And that is what the American government is doing right now to its own citizens. It's touching the healthcare, at the same time it's touching the food stamps, knowing very well that all these things are benefiting people. And this debate of Obamacare versus the Affordable Care Act online is even getting way more funny, because the very politicians are misleading its own people so that they can get their own votes, especially the Republicans. Because tell me, how comes in 2025 still American citizen will come out online and say that he or she will choose Affordable Care Act over Obamacare because they hate Obama, or because they thought that Obamacare is only benefiting the black people? It's benefiting all people. If these politicians, especially the Republicans, could have told its people that, we are planning to bring a affordable healthcare plan in the United States, so we beg you vote for us. Why didn't it tell its own citizens that, the Obamacare will be renamed Affordable Care Act, instead of misleading them that, we will bring Affordable Care Act? And that's why they want to do away with the Obamacare. What if they do away with the Obamacare? People are here struggling to pay their medical bills. What about the cancer patients, the diabetic patients, like those patients with chronic conditions? How will they be able to afford paying for all this? The healthcare insurance companies, they're just outside there profiting, enjoying the profit. And Mangione is sitting at the prison telling himself that, I tried to tell them, but they didn't listen. And now people are waking up. It's just a rude awakening, because they tried to be warned, but they never listened. They wanted to punish the Democrats, they wanted to punish the black and the brown people, and they only came to realize that they have punished themselves. Tell me, how is it still the best system in the world? How is America still being regarded as the richest country in the planet, when its own citizens cannot afford the healthcare, when its own citizens cannot afford groceries? And the government of the United States is busy sending the corporate bailouts to other countries. Why don't it cater for its own citizens first? It's like, somebody is drowning, then you give this person a floater, then this person will tell you, no, 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 I'm good, thank you. This is what is happening in America right now. You'll just let that person to float. Then at the end of the day, he or she will start blaming you that, why didn't you help me? I was drowning and you didn't help me. And yet he or she tried to help you, but you never listened, because you knew that you know better than him or her. And this is exactly what is happening to the Republicans right now. They thought that they knew better than the Republicans, and they have started blaming the Democrats right now, the reason as to why they have shut down the government. So guys, something which is so funny right now? I want to give you an example, and I beg to use Kamala's name. Like, for instance, right now, if I take a sticker and happen to write Kamala's juice, then maybe slap it on insulin bottle and start selling them, and that is the only brand name that will be there. Do you know the number of people who will refuse to buy that insulin will be so high? Because when they see Kamala's juice, they will be like, no, no, I'm good, thank you. Let my pancreas vibe on a hard mode. I'm not gonna buy it, because this is Kamala's juice, not insulin that we used to buy before. This is exactly what is happening in the United States right now. Like, being that Obamacare, people didn't know that it's the Affordable Care Act, and they are refusing that. They won't even be paying for it. They don't want even Obamacare to exist in the United States. It's getting crazy each and every day. I just wish that these people could wake up and know that Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act. And if people can unite together and support the Affordable Care Act, rather than being misled by other politicians to go against Obamacare. You know, it's like the politicians are trying to control them so that they can do whatever the politicians want. And at the end of the day, the same politicians will be able to afford their healthcare, and the very citizens who supported them won't even be able to afford their own healthcare, and they will start coming online crying for help. Like, I've seen a majority of people, especially on TikTok, telling people that if you could stay maybe for 30 seconds, I'll be able to afford my appendix, maybe paying for cancer treatment, diabetic treatment. Like, this is the trend that has been going online right now. And at the end of the day, the very politicians you supported, the very billionaires that are surrounding these politicians, they won't even be able to help you pay for everything. And it's getting crazy each and every day, you know. So guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Do you think whatever these people are doing is good, especially this politician? Do you think the way they are trying to mislead their very own people who made sure that they're in the office is good? And which message do you have to these people who are still thinking that Obamacare is not Affordable Care Act? What can you tell them? So let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I honestly appreciate your massive love and support. I'm your presenter Judy. Until next time, let's meet on my next episode.